Hello friends, good morning. I'm here again with another video in accounting modules. We talk about chart of accounts in the previous video. Now let's see how to update our chart of accounts. Whoever comes the first time they are updating about the chart of accounts, they can know how to use that. Flectra database can easily, very effortlessly can update the chart of accounts. We're gonna see how we can create or update our chart of accounts in a very easy manner. So let's go directly to our Flectra database. So here we are again with the accounting modules. So I'm going to click on accounting modules. In accounting modules, before going further, I'm going to go directly to configurations and select our chart of accounts. As you can see over here, the chart of accounts. Once I click on the chart of accounts, we can find out the active account types over here, the number of accounts that we already have in Flectra database, and then so we do not need to select each and every one. We just go directly and select all. I'm gonna just action and just export it first. As you can see, that number of the field that you want to export and need to change and update, it will be over here. It's in the same format that we gonna update later. So I'm gonna just check with the depreciated. I'm gonna just add in on that. Also I want to click and uncheck with the I want to update data. So that's why actually how you can update your data. As you can see that all the options are available here, all the fields available field that you can want. If you want to select or if you want to remove, you can do that from here directly. If you want to do account currency, if you click over here, it will appear here. And if you do not want that, you can remove this field from here. So yeah, let's see. I'm gonna just export this format. I'm gonna open this. So as you can see, the file is already opened, right? As you can see, the first is ID. It is an external ID that is generated by the Flectra database itself. It's a unique ID that we cannot change on that. So I'm gonna just select on this way that it's gonna be a select. We did not need to change on that. There is a code, unique code as are available. Some countries has a different. Let's say if we are talking about the France and the Belgium country, the European country, they have a specific accounting modules, the code they requires while they do the reporting, accounting reports, they require this code. If we talk about the US and the other countries, let's say UK, they don't require this code. So these codes are in some countries they are important, in some countries they are not imported. But see, we are just untouched on that. There is a name section available, which is what is a type of account. It is, can see, very visible. User type ID, which is again when you export or import the data in the Flectra database, in our database, that you do not need to change because it's a type of the user. That ID has not been changed anything. So I'm gonna just select again with that to not touch it on that. So this is how you can select on that. But as we are talking about how to update our chart of accounts, so let's say I'm gonna select with this the cash. Okay, I want to update this. The cash would be the cash flow, or if you want to change anything else, or let's say the income, other income. As you can see, the other income, I want to update this name. Okay, so I'm gonna just update with this other source of income. And there is a unique code, as I talked about that earlier. It is always something good for some countries and it is not required in some other countries. When you change the code or you update the code, you do not need to change the previous 2 digit. Say there is a 45, I can update 0001. So that is our new updated, which is other source of income. Also, if you want to create, you can create by your own. Let's say I want to create something new. So as again, there is a new. If I want to create a new, the first 2 digit has to be the same. So I'm going to just say 96 and 3000. So I'm just write it down, the miss expenses, and account type would be the expenses. As we need to check on that. Of course, the unique ID will be there. So I'm going to select on that, like which expenses model the unique ID here. I'm just write it down over here. and with the last 4 digits I'm just changing with the miss. So this is how you can just change it with miss expenses in expenses model, and the first 2 digit you can keep the same and rest of 4 digit you can update on the rate. There is also some different available, but there is one thing I would like to tell you: you cannot delete any entry with the already database inside it. So when you export it, you don't need to delete anything because it won't gonna import again on that, because at this accounting modules, the reporting time, you can depreciate the entry but you cannot delete that entry. This is how you can select. Yeah, so there is also one thing I would like to mention on that. As you can see that if I'm just selecting the current year earning, the current year earning is a very important, because it's a really thing that it has to be only one, because it shows the profit and loss and the balance sheet of the previous or the current year, that you cannot change on that, and there has to be the only one entry. So it is always distributed about the profit and losses. So we cannot change or update anything in that entry. So yeah, I'm gonna just select, I'm just added the new one, and as we have just remember that other source of income, which is 45, the previous 2 digits. I'm gonna just save it, and I'm just save it the name as in updated accounts, and I'm gonna save it. Let's go directly back to the our chart of account database. So here we are again back on the Flector database. So I'm just going to import our records. When I import our records, there is an option called load files, selecting a file, and here is imported. So what we need to do before importing or load the files, we need to test, as there is options available which is a test. You need to test that, because if you don't find any error, that would be everything is good to go. So everything seems valid. So here it's perfect. If you find any error, then you need to change. If you have changed any column or row in our file, then you need to change it, then there is a test available. So everything seems valid, so I'm just gonna directly import on that. Now we're gonna see like how we updated our chart of accounts in our database. So I'm just imported, and here it is. So let's see our if I remember correctly is 45. As you can see, the number 4, the chart of account, other source of income, it was already updated, and also I have updated a new, that is miss expenses is there in the expenses module. So this is how you can update your chart of accounts. So every chart of accounts you can changes on that. That's how you upload the chart of your accounts, the file, how you can create on that. So for the first beginner side, anyone who are using this accounting modules, they can use it and upload the file. This is how it is. So see you for the next video. Till then, bye bye.